Hi everyone, as you can see I'm wearing a t-shirt, Vybz Kartel and his queen Sadiam. And I know there are people gonna say, oh no, why didn't you just get a shirt make with Shorty and Kartel? Well, when Sadiam start calling police and lock up Kartel and beat him up and stab him up and bring down excitement and disgrace on him, then I'll do a shirt with him and Shorty. In the meantime, I don't see them hurting Vybz Kartel. If she get jealous and upset, she's just like us. Young and old, that's how we are when we have a man that we love, or we're in love with a man, so to speak, and you know that he loves you. Yes, there are going to always be women in the background, on the outside looking in, and wish they could be you. Don't care who they are, whether they were before you or not, whether they have 1,000 children or none. Doesn't matter. All that does not matter. We have got to really get it together and just know that people move on. People move on. It is the heart. It's the heart. It's not the fluffy lips and the big butt and the big boobs. I don't believe, all that tells you the heart of the person. I am glad that Vybz Kartel made it out of that hellhole that he was in called prison. And I'm glad that Sadiam was a very big part of it. A lot of people say, how was she? Well, the other lawyers that Kartel had, they were just eating him out of house and home, eating out his money and doing nothing for him. Well, Sadiam, the one with the brains, she went and she researched. And she found a very good lawyer, and she was up in the courtroom with him. At one point we saw her and family members from out of England in the court in Jamaica. So, like I said, I don't see how she's hurting him. I don't see why he need to pack her up and send her off to wherever. I don't see it. I don't, things leak. Yes, information sometimes leak out. And somebody in the camp, it doesn't matter how confidential you think people are, they tell their mates sometime. They say when men and women are in bed, head on the same pillow, they talk. Okay, well, if Sadiam was abusing Kartel, we would have heard it by now. He made it clear in his interview that she throw pots and pans and whatever she can throw when she's angry. But we've never seen him scarred up or have a patch over his eye, his forehead, wherever. When he was in the islands the other day and Sadiam was not there, he hit his chin on something in the middle of his right foot. He hit his foot on something, maybe a bed, walking around the bed or something, or on a chair. But he, I don't think he was in the pool and trying to get out I don't think he was swimming over there. So things happen to us. Maybe he was bruised and he had a band-aid on there, and then after a while we didn't see it anymore. So like I said, I am not jumping on the bandwagon because someone was first. Okay, sometimes the first will be the last. It is what it is. It is Kartel's life, I know, and I know that I should not be talking about him. Well, go ahead and join all the other people. Go to their page and tell them stop talking about Vybz Kartel. He's the man of the moment. Okay, he's the stone that the builder refused. I see he got crowned, and yes, like I said, people refuse him, people talk bad about him, people wanted him to rot in prison. No, he's out. Not that he needed this crown, mind you, but he got a crown. He was crowned, I should say, on Friday of last week. And I only saw Bounty Killer, maybe 2 or 3 other artists, if that many, congratulated him. Like I said, remember, he doesn't really need that crown. He don't give a shit. Excuse my French. He doesn't really care one way or the other. He already knows who he is. Okay, he knows his worth. And when I say worth, that is the reason he can charge any amount of money he wants for a show and he gets paid. We don't know how long that's going to go on for. But in the meantime, you just print a ticket. Print one ticket, print 250,000, 20,000, 12,000, 17,000. Just go ahead and you print those tickets and you put them on sale and see how fast they go. It is just the promoters to do the right thing. Okay, he's not going to get fully paid and not show up. God forbid anything should happen, that he can't make it because of maybe illness. I'm sure he's honest and he would refund them their monies. But as long as he's in good health, don't take him for no fool. Don't think you can pay him half and say, man, after the show we pay the rest. That's not going to happen. This is not the 1970s and 80s where we see all these veteran artists suffering today. They have no monies, to take care of themselves. They hardly live in a decent home or anything. They're all, oh my God, I shouldn't even have to say it this way. But yes, they are just in poor shape. Why? Because no one looked out for them. They didn't probably know the business as well as they should. And because of that, today they're broke. The promoters are wealthy, the managers, and all those people who are hanging around him, them I should say, they're doing good. And these artists, when they're in need of help, no one really wants to help. No, they set up GoFundMe and all that, and not even family members who they've helped. Remember, these artists, when they're doing well, they take care of like their entire family, buy them homes and cars and take care of their children and things like that. They're like the breadwinner for the entire family, just the way you see Kartel is. He's looking out for each and every one. Okay, but yeah. So you people who keep coming under my my posts and keep telling me, oh, you're supposed to say Shorty. Why would I do that? Back then, maybe yes. But when I understand that she shut her phone down and he's calling her, can't get her, and she no longer goes to visit, she didn't care. She just like died there. Okay, well, here comes to them, regardless of how they met. I don't care anything about who stalked. They didn't stalk any. Stalking someone's page is different from stalking a person. Because if that is the case, and she was stalking whichever baby mother it was, really stalking and bullying and all that sort of thing on her page, it would be a problem when she moved to Jamaica. Okay, because they would have proof. They would have voice notes and all that to have her maybe arrested or whatever. So, yeah, Kartel and Sadiam, continue to live your life. And Sadiam, please, people were saying that you were crying after you saw the pictures online with Vybz Kartel while you were home here in Florida. And, then he come home by a Ferrari, because he had the Lamborghini from 3 weeks ago, a month ago, that was gifted to him by Travis Scott. So we saw you guys out driving, and people were looking at you, Sadiam. You have no little makeup on or anything. You just raw. You just wash your face, brush your hair, and that was it. Okay, nothing fancy, not really smiling. I think you were there because Kartel probably told you, hey, let's go for a spin and put your face good. Don't let nobody think that I'm abusing you or that you're upset about me and the children's mother in Jamaica. Yes, they probably slept and had sex that night before he flew out. Like I said yesterday in my blog, that is Vybz Kartel. And I would imagine that any woman that he slept with in the past, he can always go back and sleep with them. Especially now that he has money. He can just pay them off and say, get the hell out of my room and don't come back. I don't want to see you. Yeah, it's just one of those things. So y'all don't fool yourself. Until I see him send them back to wherever you people want him to send her back to, and we see the big live wedding of him and Shorty, and then you guys can convince me to wear a shirt with Vybz Kartel and Shorty. In the meantime, me and along with so many people say Sadiam. Why? Because she was there for Vybz Kartel and she's still there. And Vybz Kartel made it clear that he has to beg her to spend his money. Get it? I want you to put another color woman next to Vybz Kartel and see how many new lips and new butt and new breasts and all the excitement. Probably grab their friend and take them shopping and just max out everything so Kartel can fall on his face later and they all just walk away and laugh at him. She's not money hungry. She's not a gold digger. You know, you've got to like her for something, guys. Okay, like I said, I don't see any physical thing going on there, and I don't see any reason for Vybz Kartel to send her on her merry way. She is just fine. And if she had the sense that a lot of us, especially mature women like us who have been there, done that, we know exactly what to do. Sadiam, you stand your grounds. Do not let any witch, bitch, switch or anywhere. Don't let anybody send you away from Vybz Kartel. Okay, you work hard for that spot regardless. Okay, when they gave up, you did not give up. And this is what people need to understand. She never gave up. And she gave him hope. You heard what he said many, many nights, or maybe every night. She was on FaceTime with him, keeping him company. You know, in a dungeon, that dirty, filthy place that they put him in. Like all prisoners. I know prisons are not supposed to be, you know, a penthouse or anything like that. I understand. But based on what we saw and still seeing in Jamaica, guys with buckets and all those kind of things, and just a piece of iron to lay on, you know, or concrete, inhumane. Yes, regardless of the crime. All of these people, I don't care who they are. I see John Gotti and all those people locked up in prison, and they had a chef. They had a chef. They practically had like a nice one bedroom, you know what I mean? They had it made. Okay? Yes. And of course they had their phones. Yeah, Vybz Kartel had his phone, but they took it away so many times he had to replace them. So this is my bit for today. And I am not touching dancehall. I am not touching dancehall and the artists who hate Vybz Kartel. You know, it's evident. You can see it. They don't post any of his shows. You know, one or two of them have gone backstage to meet with him. These are the good-hearted ones. And yeah, the rest of them are crap. Just crap. 13 years, and you sit out here doing nothing, twiddling your thumbs, and know that Vybz Kartel is out and making it big. In a couple of days, the 31st of July would have been 1 year since he came home. And I want you guys to just look into all his accomplishments. I'm not talking about no Grammy and none of those kind of things. All the homes he has bought, things he's done for his family and his friends. Okay? And he just keep going with the help of God. Like he says, God is the greatest. And that is who is keeping him alive and well. Yes, I am not blind. I see that he smokes. And I see he always have a cup in his hand. Some of these cups I'm seeing, like the one in this picture on the shirt that I'm wearing, it was a cup of soup. We just wish he would just drink soup and green juice each time we see him. But he's human. And yeah, we are not in his shoes. We have no idea why he drinks as much as he does. We pray to God that he doesn't become an alcoholic and end up that way. We don't want that to happen to him or anyone for that matter, even family members. You know, everything in moderation, guys. You don't just go drinking off an entire bottle. No, you don't do that to yourself. You have to remember your organs. Okay? So good night. Please subscribe. Where are my subscribers? I give you thanks. I thank you for subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting on all my contents. Okay? Yes, I'm an older woman. I'm 71 years old, but you know, you're probably saying, so why would you wear a bandana? Why would you care about Vybz Kartel? Why not go ahead and talk about Beres Hammond? What can I tell you? I fell in love with Vybz Kartel from the first time I pretty much laid eyes on him coming out of prison. Yes, a little research here and there, and I know what you know and other people know. But he's human, and if God can forgive him, which I am certainly sure that the good Lord did, because he spoke on that. How many times he cried